Oh, hiding the Columbus logo. Let me move the microphone actually out so that it's not hiding on my desk. Hello everybody, how are you doing? Hello Ish, hello Luca, hello Denner if you're still here. You were here like 2 hours early. And hello Joe, and Superuse as well. How are you doing? How's everybody this week? Let me check. Are we, oh, apparently, are we okay on the YouTube isn't us? You can see me? Okay, cool, right, YouTube has fixed itself. Alright, apparently 1080p is not optimal resolution. And they recommend that we stream at a bitrate of literally half this. Cool. Anyway, hello intro creators and hello Max. I inspired you to start your own tech channel. Nice one. Nice one. Kev will not be here tonight, but apparently Wapted will be. Not too bad. Had some C-word scares this week, but some other issues plodding along. How you doing? You looking bright today? Only because of drugs. No, I'm generally pretty naff today. And sorry to hear about your scares. Sounds like they're just scares though, right? So that's good. Yeah. So Twitch died, I take it. Is it? I should still be streaming to Twitch. Is it not working? Because if it's not, that's annoying. It says that I'm streaming to Twitch. I like that it's not. That's broke. I got nothing on Twitch. That's the one that's meant to be working. Meant to be streaming to the London. It says I'm live on Twitch, but it's not showing anything. Well, it's also not loading my general user account at all, which is pretty weird. That's okay. That's right. No, I'm good on Twitch. Yeah, no, we seem to be sorted. Give it a refresh, MaxTX-ish, and then see then. Pop out the Twitch chat just in case. Ow. Hello, Angry Batman. How you doing? But Joe, I'm glad that she doesn't. And yeah. Ow. Ow. Oh. Hello Dan, how you doing? Yeah, what have I been up to this week? I've not really been doing that much this week in terms of making tech videos. I've been kind of, well, I'm basically just waiting for the RTX cards to turn up, really. I did a video on how to write an operating system, or why no one writes an operating system, which is pretty cool. One of the sort of tech explained ones where I get the chance to research stuff that I'm interested in. So that was fun. I garnered a few more grey hairs this week. You got anything exciting on the cards? Other than the cards coming up. So yeah, kind of going through that. I got the I got a Silverstone RV03 case, which is an ITX case. It's sort of console size. It's maybe a little bit bigger than a console, but it's actually pretty nice. The biggest problem with it, and as you'll see in the videos, it uses standard power supplies instead of SFX, which just makes it really difficult to build in. But otherwise, yeah, it's a really nice case, pretty well designed. You can fit a lot in it, so that's cool. I suppose in terms of videos coming out, tomorrow we've got this chair review. This is the Hero from Noble Chairs, and that review will be out yeah, tomorrow night, and then Monday is the Alcatel 3V phone review. Obviously don't generally do phone reviews, but it's an interesting bit of kit, definitely on the budget side. So see how that does. And then a unreleased, or a headset that got released today from One More. It's a over-ear gaming headset. It's £200, so a bit kind of premium side of things, but yeah, well, you can see how that one does as well. Yeah, anyone else play with any interesting tech this week? I thought it was the Hero. I was speaking to them about it, and they sung its praises, said it'd be perfect from my larger frame and dodgy back. Yeah, I'd probably agree with you. It's got lumbar support. I'd have to. You can maybe just about see the dial. That one there, which adjusts a bit sort of here, which is quite good. And yeah, otherwise is definitely suited for wider people. I'm probably gonna go back. You can maybe just see the top there. Probably gonna go back to the icon at some point, because it fits a bit of a slimmer frame, which is a bit better for me, but it's still quite nice. It's good quality. You can go with the real leather one if you fancy, or the sort of faux leather. This one has what's it called? Got the damn name of it. Alcantara, which is quite nice. So yeah, just overall pretty decent. Got a load of Thermaltake things to review. Got some headsets, keyboards, cases. Got a 2700X coming next week too, which I'm keen to play with. Awesome, nice one. Where did you get that one from? Hello Starman, how you doing? Oh dear. There hasn't been that much tech news this week, I don't think. I know some people were talking, I think it was last week now, about FreeSync on NVIDIA cards, but I think, if I remember rightly, it was quite a convoluted kind of way to get around it. Oh, and Tom's Hardware, that was fun. Oh yeah, you needed an APU, that was it. Yeah, see that's yeah. Meh. Anyway, got it from AMD. They're helping the project I'm working on and letting me have it to use and as a keeper. Awesome, nice one. Is that from Joe? Finally got a NAS case, but need longer cables to the drives. Nice one. I said I'm a slimmer frame Mac. I do have a fat ass, but anyway. And yeah, nice one, Ish. What case? And what system are you building in it? Like what hardware are you using for the NAS? Ow. No from Ben, this one. Had no reply from Joe. Ah, right, okay. Fair play. Fair play. I should probably have posted the live stream on Twitter, but I can't be bothered, so there we go. Computing 1980 style is shown off in BBC Archive, intended to inspire a new generation of coders. Nice. I mean, what's interesting, and one of the things that I was looking at with the OS video, like why no one writes their own operating system, is obviously mostly due to complexity and the lack of need for one. But what's interesting is that you don't really realize, but Unix, which is the sort of underpinning operating system under or used to be under OS X, and Linux is technically Unix-like, not actually underpinned by Unix, but the Bell Labs guys who made Unix was actually wrote well, they wrote B and then updated it to C, so they had to write a programming language in order for them to write an operating system, which is quite an impressive feat. So if you actually wanted your wholly own operating system, then yeah, you need your own programming language, which that's a lot. You got 24 bay, 4 UK, some XCase UK, a couple of LSI raid cards, gonna run free NAS. Nice. Did you get the LSI raid cards on Amazon by any chance? Just noticed we're 2 weeks out for RTX. Yes, that'll be interesting. If all goes to plan, I'll have a card on the 18th, so I've got a couple, like 2 days to test it, I'll hopefully have a video explicitly just comparing it to the 1080 Ti, because that's all I can really get my hands on. And then on the Friday there'll be a review of the system that the card came in, and then just more stuff over the coming weeks, really. I'll probably be using it in the Threadripper build guide as well, which will be the week after that. So yeah, we'll see. Hello F7, how are you doing? Hello Apted, how are you doing? Have you seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger programming language? No, I haven't. What? And yeah, they look like good ones. Nice, quite good value too for how much they used to cost anyway. US's new supercomputer is twice as powerful as the current world leader. The machine can process 200 trillion calculations per second, or 200 petaflops. Nice. Is that with the new NVIDIA cards or what? Alright, I will do later. Fine been 3D modeling, I suck though, so tedious. I know the feeling. Like if I can get a model to be okay, like basic models to be okay, it's then texture mapping them or UV mapping them is just when you got to unfold it to get the texture, and then you take the unfolded texture and then texture it and then input that, and you're doing good, awesome. I'm pretty naff, but yeah, the cards were cheapest chips and came pretty quickly from France. Oh, nice. I didn't realize they came from France. I mean, obviously there are Amazon UK purchases, but fair play. Fair play. Just as a note, if anyone wants a couple motherboards, I'm currently selling those, well, technically those 4, but 3 of them. Oh, I wanted to email you earlier this week. Might as well ask while you're here. 3D printer sub £350. Any recommendations? The one that I have, the Anet A8 or Prusa i3, are decent ones. They're ones where you definitely have to put in the time to set them up, but yeah, it's worth it. Hello super user, you're running a new video. Nice. What's it on? Mobo's do tell. So it's there's a Z170 SLI Plus from MSI. I think I've currently have that listed on eBay for £75. The Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon for 125, and then the Asus TUF X299 Mark 1, which is the higher end one, for 250. So yeah, you can, if you're interested. The Z170 supports 6th gen, so 6700K and the likes. Z270 is 7th gen, so 7700K and the likes, and then the X299 supports, well, X299, you know, the X series, so 7820X and above, or 7800X and above. 7.1 dev preview on NVIDIA Shield. Nice. And hello, Wapted. Glad you're back. But yeah, Joe, the Anet A8 is the one that I have. It's decent. It's not perfect, and I highly recommend that the first things that you print are things that will assist you in printing better things. So for example, a new fan shroud, some clips for routing your stuff, your filament, supports for your filament holders and stuff like that. So yeah, there's lots of little adjustments and things that you might want to make with it. It's definitely one that you need to put a lot of time in, and you need to kind of monitor them fairly regularly. But yeah. Super user got a Note 9, but likes the OnePlus 6 better than the Note 9. Interesting. How come? What do you like better about the OnePlus 6? And Angry Batman says he finally got Siege. Nice one. Enjoy. It's a good game. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah. Nice one, Starman. Felt on the hand the note is too big. Fair play. I know friend Nathan, or Lysine, depending on whatever name in the chat is. I think he's Nathan on YouTube, but he's just got a Note 9. Smallest case for an E-ATX motherboard, the Fantex P350X. I've got a shelf full of PSUs, fans, and liquid cooling bits. Planning on trying to modify the printer slightly to improve it. Seen people spend big money, but more people buying cheap and upgrading. Yeah, agreed. I would agree. Michael, do you think the RTX 2080 Ti will be a worthwhile upgrade from the 1080 Ti? So as far as I can tell, at least CUDA cores wise, yes, definitely. Well, yes, definitely. If you're willing to spend £1,000 plus on a graphics card, that will only give you a percentage improvement over your current one. If you're talking about, say, 4K gaming, especially 4K high refresh rate gaming, then sure, this will be a very worthwhile upgrade. From just looking at the CUDA cores, the 2080 Ti should be in the kinda faster than Titan XP by a decent margin area. So yeah, VR wise, I don't think that the 1080 Ti, at least in my understanding, struggles too much with VR. It kind of depends on what games. I mean, I know that a lot of the games that are available are fairly kind of low poly, not overly inherently difficult to run. Just obviously the fact that you're running to 1080p, or what is it, 1920 by 1200 or 1200 by 1200, high res dual screens. Yeah. But yeah, so if you're talking about, like, you know, if you're just using 1080p gaming, then nah, I wouldn't bother. If you're talking about 1440p gaming, I still probably wouldn't bother. Only if you're talking about 4K, and especially 4K high refresh rate, would it be a genuine, like, that, you know, you need to upgrade this. In terms of VR, as I said, probably there's probably going to be a worthwhile difference in, you know, 5 years time, but you run 21:9 1440p, fair play. What refresh rate are you at? 60 hertz or 100 hertz for that? And either way, I think one of the things that I've noticed, especially now that I have a 1080, not even the Ti, but 1080, is that a lot of people have a habit of going, seeing the numbers, seeing, you know, this is a 40% performance improvement, a 60% performance improvement, and going, I need this because, you know, look at that performance improvement, but they already run every game at, you know, 140 FPS if they're on a 140 hertz display and all that sort of thing, and don't get frame drops at all, even on, you know, higher ultra settings with stuff like a 1080 or a 1080 Ti. So I would say wait for the benchmarks and see, but generally speaking, I would say that unless you're specifically having a problem with, you know, frame drops in games, I would probably hold off on grabbing one right now, and then see if you can get, you know, better prices later or whatever else, or all that jazz. Will RTX really be good until the new shaders tracing section get game support? So the actual cards themselves should be still decent cards. It will depend on what they, because looking at the core design, or looking at the CUDA cores and clock speeds, it doesn't seem overly likely that they'll be much better than their tier up comparison. So yeah, but yeah, I would kind of agree that a lot of the stuff they are talking about is a little bit far off and a little bit kind of nah. Might say X the percentage of overall gaming community that is in the market to update their top end generation to generation is probably minuscule, despite all the noise we hear every new generation. Yeah, I would totally agree. The vast majority of people are running sub £300, $300 cards. So the vast majority of people can't even consider these sorts of cards, let alone upgrade generation to generation. And hello, Biggles a bit. How you doing? Fair play, Michael. Dan, what do you think is the best sub £550 desktop second-hand components are possible? I don't know prices off the top of my head, but all right, Wapted. I don't know prices off the top of my head. Does it need to be pre-built, or can you are you good to build it yourself? And also, Starman, has the Bitcoin mining finally collapsed? I think it's definitely kind of quieting. I think there are definitely people still in it for a long run, and who are hoping that kind of slowly creeps back up again. It does seem to have settled at I mean, there's still a lot of fluctuation in it. It's still about £1,000 a day fluctuation, but generally speaking, it's settled in a range for the last few months, which it hasn't necessarily done before. But yeah. Dan, so yeah, probably something in the area of I mean, the one Juragamer is selling isn't too bad, but yeah, I would generally say for what, 550. So your use parts, you're probably talking about mid-range i5 and or Ryzen, first gen Ryzen, like a 1600 or something, and then in the GPU department, I mean, you probably want to prioritize CPU performance over gaming performance, right? Hello, Luca. How you doing? At work, we had intel that a 72-hour period, one of our clients will experience a cyber attack, and the client somehow got a list of all of the IPs. Nice, nice. It's not for me, it's for a friend. So is it for gaming, or is it for productivity stuff? Perhaps they spend so much money advertising the Titan to make the 2070 Ti look, quote, more affordable, perhaps, like in general rather than this cycle. Potentially, yeah. Mainly for gaming. Okay, so yeah, for 550, you're probably looking at 8 gigs of RAM. If you're going used, then something like a Ryzen 1600 if there's any available, and then something like an RX 480 if they're available. Might have to be lower depending on stock, or something like a 1060 if you can. If you have to go really used, then you might be able to look at older stuff like I don't know, like a 780 or 780R or something like that. But yeah. Hello, Mr. Fat Scotsman. How you doing? I'm a bit meh, but hey, that's life. Is AMD Cheerion 2 Neo any good? I don't know actually. And Michael, have you used VR? Yes, I've used both Oculus and Vive. 3 gig 1060 or 4 gig 980 is good for that budget. Yeah, just depends on availability. And you can't day that. What is your what height is your vertical jump? No idea. I've never measured it. Wiggles a bit is bored crazy. Nice, nice. Well, if you have any interesting tech questions, feel free to ask them. Maybe that can entertain you. I should probably mention while we're here, massive thank you to all the patrons. So F7, Stein, who isn't here, as well as Kev, who also isn't here. You can definitely check all of them out. Also, generally just being part of the Patreon, Jura and Luca as well, Lapted too, and well, Phil, who also probably isn't watching, and a couple of other people as well. Well, Warren, I think, is still a patron. Ish, you're still a patron as well, right? Yeah. But yeah, so cool people like that. You get access to the Money Men chat in Discord, which is always fun. Yeah. Thanks to you guys. It genuinely helps, and even stuff like the PC modding project that I'm just starting. Just having support from you guys for stuff like that is very, very useful. Should name my account to VPSGB soon on Patreon. Nice. Looking at a 4-bay HP micro server for my dad because it's going to be spending £600 on Drive alone. Nice. And the Jar Jar review. Yeah, if we get to £200 a month, I apparently will do a Jar Jar review. Or a review in the voice of Jar Jar. Or at very least a video that's not like 1 minute long. Like 2. Yeah, Dan, I would prioritize getting an SSD for that system and a good quality power supply, and then everything else is whatever you can fit in the budget. Ow. Andy, where you Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon card guy? Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon game. They can advertise it all they want, but when it comes down to it, $500 plus isn't exactly affordable for most people. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it just changes perception though, because if they just don't sell cards that are under $500, then the assumption is that, you know, that's how much it costs. Especially when they're so heavy kind of market leaders. I would yeah, it's kind of a funny one, just because it's you know, for example, Mercedes don't sell cars under like 20 grand, I think, right? So you assume that a Mercedes-Benz costs 20 grand because that's just what it costs. Obviously their materials cost is probably more like 10, maybe less, depending on the car itself. Maybe more, depends. But you know that they could lower the price significantly and still be profitable, but obviously there's a approximation of, well, people are willing to spend this much, therefore that's what we're going to charge. There's not going to be a Windows 11 according to Microsoft. Yeah, it's just going to be incremental updates to Windows 10 generally. Yeah, but you can get another card, GPUs and video only. AMD kind of. Yeah, I would agree. Push Tech Talks, hello, how you doing? I missed something. Yeah, getting him a him getting a 120 gig SSD and a decent Cooling Master power supply. Nice, nice. That's a good one. Yeah, I think they may. Well, I think what they're assuming is that by the time they actually need to do a Windows 11, when Windows 10 just doesn't work well enough, their assumption, I think, is that we will have a shift in how we interact with computers. They could be wrong, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say that generally speaking, while it doesn't need a replacement, there are a lot of things that I would really like to see changed, but that's just me. So yeah. That one. I hated Windows 10 at first, but now it's good. I actually kind of liked Windows 10 at first, and then I began to hate it more and more. But yeah, this is fun. I hated Windows 8. That's why I have a video that's got like 300,000 views. It's called "Why PC Users Hate It." Oh, sort by. That's one most popular. Get a Mac, lol. No, terrible. Oh, it's only 100,000 views. There we go. Jesus, my Orb Weaver Chroma review has 1.3 million views, and it's terrible. So is the 140 Hz versus 60 Hz video. That's also terrible. The laptop review, the GL552VW, isn't too bad. The monitor, that monitor review is pretty terrible. The 1070 Strix review is also pretty bad. In fact, most of these are pretty bad. I think the problem is that most of the videos that I make, I get like I don't really feel like I enjoy any of my older videos, even the more recent ones, which like I don't know, just maybe that's a me thing. Yeah, no, Windows 8.1 was still terrible. I stayed on 7 until 10 came out. Michael, will you be reviewing the new NVIDIA RTX cards? Yes, or at very least the. I know that I've got the 2080 Ti coming, so we'll be doing a video on that on launch, I think, if all goes to plan. As for the other cards, it will just be if it like when they turn up with me, which I currently have. I don't have any of the other ones lined up to look at yet, so yeah. Is there an embargo for the RTX cards? I'm sure there is. I'm not under it currently. I think the embargo is the 20th still, so yeah. When we've seen the new cards, so probably the 20th. It depends if I am told to adhere to the embargo or not. I probably will be told to adhere to the embargo, but it's not NVIDIA sending me it, so yeah. Oh, that's a surprise. I wasn't expecting to hear back from them. So, go on, be a badass, yeah, and get blacklisted. So I've had a common theme over the last few weeks where companies have been emailing me, whether ones that I work for or ones that I like, ones that I work with or ones that I don't, emailing me and then asking for ostensibly advertising, like you must make a video that you will call a review, but you're not allowed to cover XYZ in it, and you must promote the product on social media, and your payment for this is having the product turn up. Like, that's your privilege. And I've replied to both of them saying, this sounds like you're trying to use me for free advertising. No. So yeah, I'm a bit worried because of the number of the number of people who or the number of companies who have approached me with an offer like that. And yeah, like if you want a video like that, then it's a sponsor video, right? Where I get to make it really clear that I am being paid to talk about the thing, and that you should take literally everything that comes out of my mouth with a massive grain of salt as to whether it is actually any good before making any sort of purchasing decisions. Whereas I won't name and shame necessarily, because there's been some interesting differences and stuff, but essentially a company wanted to send me two gaming PCs to do a review of, where I wasn't allowed to benchmark the system, and I was only allowed to just talk about what is in the system and why you would want such a system. My overwhelming consensus was this is going to sound like a sponsored video. Like, I'm gonna be doing this review, and I'm gonna, every comment will be, why are you being paid to say this, and not disclosing it? And I will have to say I'm not being paid. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so hello Banter, and hello Zemphus, nice. And yeah, Michael, no. Alex, thank you. F7, Azrock are quite cool. They're kind of funny. Well, we'll have to have a chat about that at some point. But yeah. Hey guys, look at this random PC I found on this website. It's got these specs. Yeah, buy it. That sounds like the CS:GO gambling skins, the CS:GO skins gambling thing. Yeah. Sponsor videos on YouTube can be okay if you're upfront and give a disclaimer, but you could only do it for products you believe in, I guess. Yeah, I mean, as you know, I do sponsor videos. I mean, the Acer Nitro one is one that I've done the most recently, and it's actually a genuinely good laptop. I will be doing a review at some point of it, because I genuinely do like it. They did pay me to do the video, and they did actually give me the laptop like full time. So, as I said, take what I said with a pinch of salt. But I did have a pretty serious bug with it, where the BIOS version 1.06 was locking the Ryzen quad core to 0.38 gigahertz. So the chip was running at 380 megahertz. But when you update the BIOS, which is a simple installer thing, it fixed it and now boosts to 2 or 3 gigahertz, which is decent for a laptop quad core. And yeah, it's just generally good. Nice one, Alex. Megahertz wowzer. The Yogscast have a great way of notifying you're watching a sponsor video. I haven't seen that, but nice. Just buy the 2080 Ti. How much of your life do you not want to have been ray traced by the time you die? I'd better just sell my Galaxy skin for Fortnite on eBay like everyone else. Yeah. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Olaf Corsair 280X case good. I don't have any experience with it personally. I think it's meant to be okay. I can't remember, is that the, what is this notification? Let me minimize my emails. Subank S has subscribed. That's the wide one. So personally, I don't like these type of cases because the width it just makes it really awkward and difficult. If you're gonna have a tower case, then have a tower case. If you're gonna have a flat case, have a flat case. But my experience with these has been they don't fit on or under a desk, and they just are annoying. But that's my personal experience. I know that a lot of people do love them, so it's up to you, whatever you fancy. But yeah. Actually, as a point, feel free to go check out the unboxing video. I will leave I'll throw a link in the chat. But yeah, feel free to take a look at that. Because it is genuinely a pretty cool laptop, and it's only £750. I say only because, but compared to almost every other gaming laptop I've literally ever reviewed. In fact, that is the cheapest gaming laptop I've ever touched, and it's genuinely worth the money, and is pretty impressive for it. So yeah, I need an E-ATX case the size of a micro ATX case, which I believe could be an issue. Yes, it could. I would, as I said, I recommend the Fantex P350X because that's what I've got the Zenith Extreme Threadripper board in, and it fits, but it fits, and it's pretty good. So yeah. Can you recommend a cheap hot swap mini? I assume ITX case. I don't really know of many ITX cases that are like more server related, which is what that would be. I don't really know many ITX cases in general, especially ones that have hot swap. Yeah, I'm not sure. I saw there was a Linus video. What video has Linus done? Let's see. We are building a gaming LAN center. Why? Fair play. I would recommend you go check out Level 1 Tech's What is Numa video though. That's I mean, Wendell's just generally cool, but yeah. Did you see that insane Tom's hardware article on the the STD cards? Well played. So yes, I did see the here's why you shouldn't buy the cards. Next day, here's why you must buy the cards. That was an amusing one. I think Tom's Hardware had a bit of a fart there. I think, was it actually a sponsored article? Because it certainly seemed like it. I just pre-ordered a wireless adapter for the Vive Pro from HTC. I own all of the major VR headsets: Oculus, Vive First Gen, PSVR as an early adopter. I've tried this wireless adapter. I assume that's, have you tried this wireless adapter? So I haven't tried the wireless adapter. I'd be very interested to at some point. I think OCUK might have one. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll pester them at some point. Yeah. Keep getting emails. Yeah. It sounds like a good collection though, so fair play. And ish, yeah, I would agree. Small ITX cases and stuff like that are normally custom. In theory, you could look at Proto case, but that's probably fairly expensive. So, Wapted, he said no, it's the new owner / editor / director. He is insane. I mean, fair play. That's a bit weird. But yeah, that was just Look, MacTX, don't be bringing your country's problems over here, all right? Yeah. Also, thank you, Ish, for linking the Discord. Any clue when the next gen i7s will drop? Well, I'm going to a press event on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to a press event in London on Monday. Sorry for the noise. To talk about it. So probably pretty soon. I don't actually know if the event is going to be under NDA or not. I assume that if that's the case, then there will be an announcement on Monday. If there is, I will be surprised to... I am under NDA about that stuff, but I don't know when the launch is. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know enough to even though I'm under NDA, I don't know enough to even break the NDA, so yeah. I'll be in London gang, nice. I'm literally driving there, going to the event, having dinner, and then going home, so apologies. Oh dear. At work though. Fair play. I mean, technically I'm working too, but you know, whatever. I was gonna bring a friend, but he couldn't come. Best thing happened last week. I got a Synology DS214 for £5 in the car boot sale. Bloke said it didn't work. Fuse is blown. Job's a good one. Nice, nice. Would like to share a pro tip here, guys. Don't fish inside your PSU fan for any screws you drop. Doesn't end well. No. I mean, try not to drop any power supplies. Well, don't drop any power supplies, but also don't drop any screws into your power supply. Mostly because most cases these days have the ability to have the power supply down, and that's how I would generally recommend it. But otherwise, yeah, if you drop a screw into your power supply, make sure that you disconnect that thing from literally everything. Or at very least turn it off at the wall but leave it plugged in so that you can drain all the current from it and then start shaking it. Yeah, that's why you'd leave it in. And yeah, don't put your finger in. Every time I update my NVIDIA drivers, my taskbar goes transparent. That's a new one. I have a lot of issues every time I do that sort of stuff, but yeah. Michael, Nottingham-ish, give or take. Clean your... No, don't, Jura. Don't. Fair play, GPU user. I've reviewed a couple. They're okay. Their newer operating system resembles the like QNAP Asus Tor ones a lot, but yeah. Oh dear. Ow. Ugh. What is this chat? Also, congratulations to Reese who won the chair giveaway. I should probably private that video or something, or mark it as closed. But yeah, it's the chair is now gone. I have some space left, which is good. And your screen loaded in some really small resolution when you started. Nice one. You live in a data center. Sadly not F7. You'll have to get in touch with Steve yourself. How good of an idea do you think it is to make an electronic circuit if part of it's connected to the mains? So I would generally say don't. it kind of depends. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends what circuit you are building and if you are in any way sensible. Luca, make a chair out of your servers. My USB 3 keeps connecting and disconnecting over and over on my PC. Is it an overload issue? Is the that what's got like the circuit for that port, those sets of ports, like fried, or is it yeah. Oh, yeah, Mac, he found a bay a while ago. They've just been spending a lot of time together these days. I think they went on holiday, or he was at an event and brought her, yeah, he was at IFA and brought her along, and then they went sort of on holiday after that, although he is now back. So, yeah. I want to make an want to make a circuit which measured mains voltage or work. I'm just concerned that I might die. So I would generally recommend that you just go and buy one of the wall plugs. They're only 10 quid. Generally worth it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dan. These are things like you need it to interface. Of course you need it to interface with a Raspberry Pi. Of course you do. $10 greater than your life. Nice. You can get smart ones. Yeah, there are more than £10, but yeah. If you want to measure the voltage, then yeah, I mean, why? Why do you want to do that? I need it small and connect to Pi. Why, though? Not sure. I plugged in an internal card reader. It keeps disconnecting. Fair play. Don't really know why I'm just holding this like a gun now. Sounds like me. Just make an AI that reads the screen. Because we're currently spending £60 on something that does that, and we're cheap. What is in you're spending like £60 a month, a day? What? He's clearly asking for your help on how to build an EMP. Oh dear. Hello Pablo, how you doing? Oh, I feel awful. I get some pills in about 5 minutes. Get some drugs. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a bit confused, Dan. We're gonna have to talk about this later. £60 on the mains thing. Right. So why do you need that? Like, why do you need to measure the mains voltage? Because I mean, generally speaking, that's. Oh wow. Well, Banter, it's 240 RMS. Yeah, it's 240 RMS, but because it's AC, I think the peak is 330 volts. So it goes 0, 330, minus 330, 0. Because we measure power usage for buildings and we need accurate voltage for more accurate calculation. Okay, right, fair play. Michael, what are the specs of your primary gaming rig? What games do you play? So the system, which is the in-desk PC, you can go check out the video series or the like thing. Yeah, the main PC is a Ryzen 1700X with overclocked to 3.8 gigahertz. 32 gigs of, well, it's 3000 megahertz RAM, but it's running at 2800 megahertz. Strix GTX 1080, the 11 gig per second card. Asus Crosshair 6 Hero motherboard. Cooler Master Neptune 120X. 120XL. 2 Kingston HyperX 240 gig SSDs. Don't ask why. Seagate Barracuda for editing and Firecuda for games, and then a Cooler Master VS650 power supply. All inside my custom desk case. Games wise, I mostly play Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege. I was playing Battlefield 5 today. And what else? What else do I play? Pub every now and again. Battlegrounds. Occasionally Borderlands. But that's about it, really. What rank are you in Rainbow Six? I haven't played ranked this. Well, I didn't play ranked last season, but the season before that, the highest I hit was Gold 1. So nothing fantastic. Incoming explosion. What? Do you play Rocket League with mouse and keyboard? No, I actually am one of the 3 people on Earth that play it with a Steam controller. I like it not just because of the back buttons, but also because of the button under the trigger. So you've got your normal trigger action, but then there's also a button at the bottom too. And so that's obviously drive forward, but then I click that for boost instead of having to press B, so then I can just keep this finger for A for jumping. Rip Steam Link. I never bought one. I just bought the controller. Is Battlefield 5 working okay for you? It's buggy as all hell, but yeah, it works just about. Do you eat pineapple on pizza as well, you madman? No, I don't. Gigabyte H97N G2220 3220 8 gigs and a 60 gig SSD. I don't know, a couple £100, probably not that much, especially if there's not a graphics card in there. Maybe 150, 200 maybe at most. I would guess. I don't. You can check prices of individual parts or whatever if you want to. Building mode emulated arcade box. I got a mobile RAM and the S video card and SCART adapter for the CIT. Nice. You can get 180 with some case 4-bay hot swap from Dad's NAS. Nice. Yeah, that's not bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Anyone got any last minute tech questions? I should also mention, as I do always, that I've done it again actually, I think, or have I? No, I'm not connected to the VPN this week. I forget a lot, but I highly recommend you check out Private Internet Access. They're like, I'm an affiliate, so it does help me out a lot. But I think it's the only VPN so far that has been proven in court to not keep records, which is definitely a good sign. They have pretty decent support. Like I've had to go through their support for their SMTP blocking, which is a bit annoying, but they have a lot of well, supposedly 3,000 servers, but they've got 30 or so what you call them, options for where you can connect, and I'll leave a link in the chat if you're interested. IPVanish doesn't keep logs, but get what Andy's advertising. It has. I mean, I totally would believe that IPVanish doesn't, but doesn't keep logs. Have they been to court with it? And Lord Tachanka's the best OP. He's getting reworked, which is going to be scary. Michael, what's the soonest we'll see an RTX review? So the soonest. I don't think I'm getting a card until like the 18th. So that is the soonest. But generally speaking, nice one, Mountain. Generally speaking, it's probably going to be the 20th. Why would they rework him? He needs a nerf. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure thing. And yeah, nice one, Mounted. You're plugging your own service again. I better get affiliate commissions. Anyway, right. I want time to cancel. Yeah, fair play. I mean, I'm guessing that it goes through on the 20th. But yeah, the earliest. Drop 10 to copper on purpose and you get aces with Shanka. I believe that, actually. Do you often clean the inside of your PC? Every now and again, but it's not a normal PC. So anyway, I'm gonna disappear. Thank you all guys for the interesting conversation as always, and yeah, we'll see you all next week, as usual, Thursday 8 PM UK time. So yeah, you're supposed to ship October 7th. Fair play. You should know before then. But yeah, cool. See ya next week.